I'm going to show you how to make the best beef stew that you're going to have all fall, guaranteed. Step one, sear your meat, both sides. You're going to grab a chuck roast. You could use short ribs. Chuck roast is best for this, no bones. Give it a nice sear. Pull it out in a pot. You seared your meat in. You're going to go in with onion, celery, carrot, roughly chopped. You're going to give that a nice mix, cook it down a little bit. You're going to go in with onion, garlic powder, pepper, and a little nutmeg. Give it another mix. Super simple, not a whole lot of spices. You're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I like to go 1 tablespoon, give it a mix, and then another tablespoon, give it a mix. You're going to go in with a tablespoon of Better Than Beef bouillon. It's a beef base, and a tablespoon of tomato paste. You're going to give that a nice mix and let it cook down and caramelize. And we're going to deglaze with red wine. I'm going to go in with about a half bottle to 3/4 of a bottle. Then you could have a glass for yourself. And I'm going to let that kind of come up to a simmer. And then we're going to toss in 3 cups of beef broth. I like to get my meat in the pot before I put the beef broth in, but it really doesn't matter. There's no proper order of operations here. So I'm just tossing that in. I'm going to cover the meat with beef broth, about 3 cups. Like I said, it could be less if you're using less meat, or more if you want more broth. And then I'm going to put in a couple sprigs of thyme and rosemary. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to put a bulb of garlic in here, just chopped in half. And you'll let that simmer in there. It's going to come in handy later for those mashed potatoes, but it also just adds a ton of flavor. Once that comes up to a simmer, give it a cover, and you're ready to chill for 2.5 or 3 hours. I'm gonna give it a quick check with my awesome oven mitt. Everything's ready to rip, and on to the next step. I'm gonna pull out all the contents of this dish so I can just have the broth in that pot, and we're gonna put a cornstarch slurry in there and thicken this up a little bit. I want like a gravy stew vibe, so if it's too thin, this is your move to make that happen. You're just gonna put that back in there, let it simmer for another 20 minutes while you make your mashed potatoes. This is my new favorite way to make mashed potatoes. It's almost like a potato ricer. I'm going to throw in an egg yolk and then that garlic that I had simmering in the dish. And it is just such an amazing addition of flavor to these mashed potatoes, little cream and butter in there, and this thing is ready to plate. This is honestly the perfect beef stew. It's super easy to make and it is packed with flavor.
Wow. Whoa. That is so good.